He was a friend and the designer for the King of Pop, of course, Michael Jackson. Michael Bush is the man who wrote a new book called The King of Styles, Dressing Michael Jackson. He is here in Ohio, and this is your home state.
Yes.
Promoting the book. Before we get to the obvious display right here, how did you become such a star and who you are today from Portsmouth, Ohio to LA?
How did I get here?
Yeah.
I guess a bunch of stars aligned correctly, and I was right underneath him when it happened. It was very blessed.
Very.
Blessed.
But what was your first big break? I mean, how did you make the move?
Well, I went to Ohio State University. I left there. I went to Las Vegas, did everything there possibly in that resort town, and I moved to Los Angeles, meeting Michael with a Disney project, and 27 years later, here I am.
Wow. And you actually, I mean, this book was fascinating. Michael, I spent time yesterday flipping through it, and I just was blown away by some of the stuff you wrote in there. One of the really cool things I thought was the Smooth Criminal, and how that historic lean that you know him by was manufactured in part by you.
Yes. Well, not only going from like a fashion designer, now I'm into engineering, which I didn't know I could do. Michael, I guess, saw it in there. Like he said, I want to show my fans I can do this live on stage. We've done it with the special effect Hollywood, bolt you to the floor, cables to make it happen. Now I wanted to do it live. So it's just one of those things. And after we finished the project, he included me and my partner, Dennis's name, the business, on the patent that he had with the government.
Wow.
So all of a sudden, I have my name tied to a U.S. patent.
That's interesting. And let's get to the clothing you brought, because we definitely want to mention that. What are these pieces, and where do they go in terms of importance of Michael Jackson's wardrobe?
The studded jacket he wore with Clinton when he did the inaugural ball for Bill Clinton in Washington, D.C., and the pink shirt, the corduroy shirt, it was made for him for personal use, and ended up being one of his like show shirts. And he also wore that at the inaugural ball, and he wore a short like that when Oprah was interviewed at Neverland. And it was just one of those iconic Michael like looked shirts. It had his armband, the epaulets, military, yet it was still a personal.
And he didn't like everything you designed.
Well, there was a couple of things. Well, at the beginning, he wanted something made. He said, I see it done, because Michael was very visual. As you can tell, it's showtime, and he wanted a special jacket made, and you're going, it's not going to work. It's too big. It's not enough happening. And we made it, and he said, you're right. It doesn't work. So I think that kind of cemented that we're only going to arrive with you something that works. And it's like Michael said, it's not me, it's not you, it's what's best for the piece.
Wow. And there's some fascinating stories in your book. 25 years in the making, you said.
Yes. Yes.
Wow.
And thousands of images. The hardest part of the book was getting it into 200 pages.
Wow. Well, we have only a certain amount of time to talk, but you know what? You can go check out the book, because it has some really cool things in it. It, of course, is called The King of Style, Dressing Michael Jackson. We have a lot more information on our website, fox45now.com. Click on Fox 45 in the morning. And Chris, to our viewers out there, if you want a signed autographed copy, there are a few left at Books & Company at the Green from the autograph session they had last night. So go grab yourself a copy.